Well, a very good afternoon, everyone. Just waiting for a few people to join in. I think people have started joining in now. Just waiting for our two guests to come in and then we can start. Very hot afternoon, in fact, today. The first game which is going to be played in these hot conditions in this season of the IPL. Joined by two amazing people. Kaustuv, who's the RCB team analyst,
I think
of course.
your voice is breaking.
I think there is some network issue on your side, Shruti. Don't worry. We'll go ahead.
Okay, fine. And I've been joined by Shruti, who's the KKR team analyst now. So an amazing company to me here on this show. Well, just to start off the proceedings, today is the 18th of April, and for all you IPL fanatics, you might be knowing this date quite well. 13 years ago, this day was the commencement of the IPL, the first game of the IPL, and we did see an amazing innings from Brendan McCullum, 158 of just 73 deliveries at a strike rate of 210. So that was the start of the IPL, and these two teams do have a history, a long history behind themselves. We also saw the lowest ever score by RCB against KKR. So some interesting fact for Kaustuv here to hear, and we'll come back on all these stats in our show today. But just in general, a good welcome to you all, and we just to highlight the importance of today's game. We've got the head-to-head battle, 14 matches won by the Kolkata Knight Riders and 12 won by the RCB. So there's not much of a difference there. But starting with you, Kaustuv, all stats against you, kind of. And do you expect a big game today?
Not really. I mean, all the stats are not against us. The last season, we won both the matches. And right now, we are at the tabletop. So I think the form is on our side. And KKR is down and out. And we try to maximize the fact that they are not in good form.
Well, a good point made by Kaustuv there. Pretty sharp point made. KKR are out of form. Shruti, are you disturbed by the fact that KKR lost that game, which would have been easily won?
Yeah, it was pretty disappointing that we lost the last game. It would have been an easy win for KKR, 31 run of 30 balls. But yeah, there were positives out of it too. Russell's 5-wicket haul and Rana and Gill's opening partnership. Things didn't go according to plan. Things didn't go how we wanted them to go. But yeah, there were a lot of positives and we learned a lot from the last game.
Well, just to take in a few comments that are coming, Omkar is commenting 49, just so that the number Kaustuv's here, but we're sure we're going to expect more than 49 today, isn't it?
Definitely, man. Definitely. Even the strike rate will be up.
Yeah. Well, surely it will be up. But talking about the last two games that have happened for in this season for the RCB, two good important wins at the start of the tournaments. They are always helpful for any team. And given the fact that RCB have won these two games, these two games were not easy and they were close contests. So, are you happy to be on the right side of the things so far?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you look at the history of our team, the RCB, we have always came close to winning and then ended up on the wrong side. So this time around, we are on the other side and it feels good. I mean, we always lost matches, but then we have lost matches that were, shut show for us. I mean, we had won them, locked the door, been inside, and then somebody just came in and throw us out. So yeah, it feels good. It's a different feeling and it's a rare feeling, but it feels good.
Well, certainly it's going to be the battle between the two Kiwis, not on the field, but off the field. Mike Hazen, the RCB team strategist, and Brendan McCullum, we know, the head coach of the Kolkata Knight Riders. So it's going to be an off-field battle as well. We do expect a good one. Coming to Shruti, a disappointing loss again. I know I'm bringing out this question again, but the match is certainly worth talking about. 30 runs needed off 30 balls. Easy chase, which could have been an easy chase. KKR, fumbled in the end and finally gave those 2 points away. So, how do you think your team will overcome it today?
I think we do have I think the middle order needs to deliver. It has to deliver today because only having a good opening partnership is not what you need to do.
Yeah.
And the bowling department is good. The only thing that we lack right now is the middle order. So probably shuffling it a bit or will help. Bringing in Dinesh Karthik up the order probably will help KKR, and yeah, today probably will win.
Well, surely KKR fans will be expecting the same, but in the comment sections so far, we can see RCB fans, obviously there are a lot of RCB fans bringing out the 49 number, but there are a lot of RCB there as well. So certainly, in terms of fan base, at least RCB on top as of now, but we'll surely do take comments from the KKR fans as well. Coming to your middle order, Kaustubh, Glenn Maxwell. We saw how RCB have struggled in the middle orders in the past seasons, and AB de Villiers was the main key for you guys in the previous seasons. But it seems that the onus is now on Glenn Maxwell, given the fact that he's performed so well in the past 2 games.
Yeah, definitely. Glenn Maxwell is providing us the stability that we always needed. And also, Glenn Maxwell is being supported by AB at the bottom or below him, and at the top by Virat Kohli. That is giving him the freedom and the stability, or rather, we can say the sensibility, how to bat and how to score in the middle overs when the ball is not getting on the bat rightly. So that is giving us the stability. The duo of Maxwell, the De Villiers, and if the Virat Kohli stays, then Virat Kohli giving him tips. So yeah, if the Dan Christian fires today, that would be just the cherry on top. That's all we need.
Well, Yash and Mohammed, two RCB fans saying Isala Cup Namde. So I'm sure that Kaustubh won't be looking to say that right now at the tournament, given that it'll bring about some bad luck. But I'm not saying anything here. But
It's been 14 years, man. We have been saying that. It just feels like a troll now.
Well, now it's time for you to shine now. So, coming to KKR's batting order now, the opening partnership, as you mentioned, Shruti, Nitish Rana at the top, Shubman Gill at the top, have been good, but Shubman Gill's strike rate has been a bit of a concern for KKR, given that Rana is playing more aggressively. Do you think that Gill's strike rate of around 110 is bringing about a lot of pressure on Nitish Rana as well?
Yeah, if one opener is not performing, it does bring some amount of pressure on the other. But yeah, Gill, we all know he's a very good player, and he had an amazing season last year as well for KKR. He was the only stable opener that KKR had, and they didn't have the other one. This year we have a good combination. It has been working for us. It did work for 2 matches. We lost the last one, which was unfortunate, but yeah, the opening partnership was amazing. So yeah, I think it's not a cause of concern right now. It just been 2 matches, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, the same question to you, Kaustubh. The opening pair, except Virat Kohli, the opening pair hasn't performed. Like Devdutt Padikkal, we saw in the last game that happened. Even Virat Kohli's strike rate is a bit of a concern out there.
I think with regards to Devdutt Padikkal, it's more of the lack of activity. He's been quarantined. He has tested positive for COVID-19, and since after that, I don't think he has got much more time to practice. So I think that's the reason. Once he gets going, he's a class act. He had a good Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, the Vijay Hazare Trophy. So I expect him to come back and to score a good runs at a good strike rate. But if you see the last match, both the pairs of openers did the same thing: score maximum runs as much as you can in the power play, because the pitch is going to get slow. Whatever you do, whatever roller you spread on it, the pitch is going to get deteriorate, and I think that is why the openers are crucial and they must power through the power play.
Well, we saw that yesterday. Quinton de Kock and Rohit Sharma going well in the first 6 overs. Even Johnny Bairstow was in great touch in the first 6 overs. So, Shruti, do you think the first 6 overs are a key, especially for the batsmen, given that which will slightly slow down in the middle overs and obviously at the death?
Yeah, and we saw in the last matches that most of the runs that came in an inning were in the first 10 overs of both the innings. So, yeah, it is important to hit the ball in the first 10 overs because later just doesn't work. Everybody, the wickets fall like always, like we saw in the last matches. So, yeah, the scoring in the first 6 overs is very important.
Well, in the comment section, I can see Ronak commenting, "Ye saal bhi cup na de." Okay.
I just feel it's more like troll right now. I don't think these are supporters. They are just trying to troll us.
RCB fans will be tired of this joke by now, I feel. But
Yeah.
Devanshi, on the other hand, is commenting that Maxwell won't perform today. Obviously, he has had 2 good games, but let's see how he goes about today. Another comment, interesting comment that has come in is that KKR should ask for tips from MI. We've seen how MI bowled brilliantly in the death overs last match. Do you think, Shruti, your bowling is a concern, or do you think it's going on perfectly as far as the bowling is concerned?
I think as far as the bowling is concerned, we are doing pretty well. Our spin department is one of the best. We have 3 quality spinners at this point, and Russell is doing amazing with the ball. He's not been performing with the bat, but with the ball, he's doing pretty well. Pat Cummins is in a very good form right now. All of them have an economy of around 6. Saqib is doing pretty well. So, yeah, I don't think our bowling department is a concern right now.
Well, some key points highlighted there by Shruti. We've got a couple of minutes before the toss happens, and let me ask for predictions out there. Kaustubh, hot conditions today, the first day match of this IPL. What do you think? Do you think the team should bat first, or do you think they should be more concentrated on chasing the game?
I mean, if you see yesterday's match, MI laid us a blueprint there for each team to follow. Bat first, score as much as you can, and let the pitch do its thing in the later half. And also looking at the Chennai Heat in this race and in this hit, it's difficult to field for 20 overs and then go bat again. So I think whichever teams win has to bat first and score the most they can, and let the ball do its thing and let the pitch do.
Do you think RCB will make any changes today, given that Daniel Sams has now tested negative, but we've seen that Devdutt Padikkal, even after being tested negative, he hasn't performed with the bat. So do you think Daniel Sams should be given more of net time and then be brought into the 11?
I think Daniel Sams has been in a good form. So if he has given enough practice and if he is fit, he has to be in playing 11 and he has to replace Daniel Christian, because Daniel Christian is not giving anything to us right now. Like, he's not bowling that good, or even though his batting is not really good. So Daniel Sams at least gives us one thing, if not two.
Well, Kaustubh feels that the only change that RCB could possibly make is Daniel Sams. But what about you, Shruti? What are your toss predictions? And do you think Utkarsh has asked here in the comment section, do you think Bhaji will be the playing 11?
I don't think there'll be any changes. Harbhajan Singh didn't get a lot of overs to bowl. He got 1 in the first match and 2 in the last match. So I think he does bring in some experience in the team. He's an experienced spinner. He has played for a lot of years. So I don't think there'll be any changes. Probably there will be or should be some changes in the batting order.
Okay.
There should be some shuffling because I think we should experiment at this point when our middle order is just not delivering. And yeah, I think whoever wins the toss will probably choose to bat. Batting in the day conditions will always be favorable to both the teams. So yeah, I think anyone who wins the toss will probably choose to bat.
Well, both experts agreeing with the fact that the team who wins should bat first, because as we've seen, Chepauk conditions are not that easy. We've We've seen how the sun shines on the ground and on the players, and it certainly makes life tough, especially for the bowlers, for the fast bowlers out there. So I think we've got the toss update here. RCB have won the toss and they have elected to bat first. Kaustubh, as always, विराट कोहली ने तो तेरी सुननी ही थी, obviously, but yeah, not surprised with the call, Kaustubh?
Yeah, not actually surprised. We as we both said, whichever teams wins the toss has to bat first, and yeah, that exactly has happened. So there are no surprises. We have laid our reasons, and I think that is the reason why they are batting first.
And another interesting thing is that Kohli won the toss because he's not used to winning those tosses. But we are getting an update as well that Dan Christian is out and Rajat Patidar is in. So 3 overseas players. RCB. It's not quite often that this happens, but an interesting call probably. But 3 overseas players for RCB today after a long time in IPL.
Yeah, just like I said, earlier, Daniel Christian is not giving us with anything, like not with bat and not with the ball. So I think Rajat Patidar has been in a good form, and I personally feel he should bat at number 3. But let's see how the batting order goes. But Rajat Patidar coming in definitely gives one batsman who can bat, and Daniel Christian is not providing us anything.
Well, then, what according to you should be the batting order? Do you think they should stick with Patidar at 3, or do you think Maxwell should come in at 3?
No. Rajat Patidar has to come at 3, and Shahbaz Nadeem has to come at 6.
Shahbaz Ahmed.
Just yeah.
Okay, so that's what Kaustubh thinks. Coming back to Shruti, you explained us how dreadful the middle order was for KKR. Andre Russell obviously not in fine touch. He's striking at just 110 and he's got an average of 12. So poor signs for Kolkata in the middle orders. But do you expect more from Russell today with the bat especially?
Surely, I mean, he's Russell. We do expect him to bat probably in the lower order at 6 or 7. But yeah, he's doing good with the ball. That is, at least he's delivering in one department. But yeah, middle order is a concern, and I don't think we have any changes today. So yeah, we'll see what he does with the bat today.
KKR obviously going unchanged in this match. And another question that I had was Dinesh Karthik's form. He has been playing well in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. That happened, but it doesn't seem to be clicking off in the IPL this time around. Do you think he should be promoted up the order, maybe at number 4, because he knows the conditions so well?
Surely, I mean, I did say we should make some changes in the middle batting order.
Yeah.
Dinesh Karthik should be promoted up the order. He has played in Chennai a lot, so he knows the condition, he knows the pitch well. So yeah, he should be promoted up the order.
Well, we've seen the middle order struggle for KKR, but today Shruti certainly hopes that the middle order shines for the KKR. But coming to the bowling now for both teams, RCB, we obviously know that Harshal Patel has been in such amazing form. He's picked up 7 wickets, currently the purple cap holder in the tournament. What do you expect from Harshal Patel today, Kaustubh?
Yeah, the form of Harshal Patel or the performance he is giving us, that is the thing that we always wanted, a pure death bowler. Yeah. And especially him being Indian, that is the cherry on top. We always wanted a bowler who can bowl in depth and bowl as good as he is bowling in the depth. And the variation that he is carrying around, that is definitely helping us. So the Harshal Patel is very crucial for us. And the way he performs today is going to dictate the result of the match.
Well, a key player then for the RCB today. The comment section is full of banter. We absolutely love it. RCB commenting, KKR fans striking back, or rather IPL fans striking back at RCB. But yeah, we do love the banter going on. Coming back to Kolkata's bowling, 3 spinners should be the ideal way today, Shruti?
Yeah, I mean, Chennai is a pitch where spinners play an important role, and we have three good spinners. Pat Cummins is doing well with the ball in the fast bowling department. So yeah, I think Saqib is bowling well. He hasn't taken any wickets, but he's not giving runs as well. Six, I think he has an economy of six. And Harbhajan didn't get a lot of overs, but in the 1 or 2 overs, he wasn't that bad. So yeah, I think spin department, I think right now, the only right thing we have is a spin department, which is good.
Well, certainly you do. Mohammad Hassan in the comment section is he's urging all those non-RCB fans to talk about the 275 and not the 49. So a good point there for all RCB lovers.
To correct him, it was 260 and 175 I gave, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Well, surely, but 260 is still a big total, and RCB fans should certainly be looking to talk about that instead of the 49 going for the match today. But coming back to the new bowling for both teams, Mohammad Siraj, we've seen for RCB, who recently got capped in the Test side against Australia, and Prasidh Krishna on the other hand, getting capped against England. So two new Indian pace bowlers up front who can make the ball talk. A positive sign for Indian cricket, but obviously for both your franchises as well. Starting with you, Shruti.
I mean, being capped does bring in a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
And Prasidh Krishna, this is his first IPL after being capped, so he's been doing well. And now that you have been capped, it does bring in a sense of responsibility, and people expect you to deliver. And he has been doing it so far. So hopefully he'll continue his amazing form, and we'll probably see 49 not out, 49 all out again today.
Your thoughts on that?
I think we will see 260 today.
Yeah. Go on.
No, I just saying we might see 260 today. It's just a silly banter. Let it go.
Sure, Shruti will disagree with that, but I was talking about Mohammad Siraj out there. He can surely make the ball talk up front. We saw that in the previous game against the Sunrisers, the way he moved the ball both ways. Even his outswings were a treat to watch that day against the SIH. So expect him to do the same today with the new ball, Kaustubh?
Yeah, definitely. Mohammad Siraj has been good and doing regularly good with the ball since the Australia tour. I mean, when we lost all the experienced bowlers, he was basically leading the attack. And he's being a general seam bowler. He is not much dependent on the condition rather than pitch. And when he lands on the seam, and the pitch does the rest of the things. So I think Mohammad Siraj being a seam bowler helps us at the top of the order. And after seeing what he did to David Warner, I think Nitish Rana will be definitely in trouble.
Well, what do you have to make of that, Shruti? Do you think Nitish Rana will? Nitish Rana had an interesting chain of scores. He scored a duck and then an 80 in the next match, and that happened for 5 or 6 occasions. But in the last match, he turned that against the statisticians. So, do you think he'll continue with those 50s, or do you think we expect a duck today? Kaustubh is shaking his head.
Duck.
We expect him to deliver. I'm hoping that he scores 50 plus scores in all of the matches now. But yeah, he's been playing pretty well. He's in a good form. So yeah, I'm just hoping the 80-0-80 thing has just stopped once and for all, and he will play pretty well.
Well, Aditya Gupta, an interesting comment in the comment section. He's saying that power play score will be 30 for 5 RCB. Well, Kaustubh, you surely wouldn't love that, but let me come back to the overseas bowlers, the matchups that you guys have. You've got Kyle Jamieson on one end, and you've got Pat Cummins on the other hand. Two good, tall, fast bowlers. Obviously, Jamieson is taller. There's no doubt about that. But similar in similar bowling style, and even at the death, they can help their teams with the bat as well. So, what is your take on Jamieson?
My take on Jamieson basically is he's a good, lanky and tall fast bowler. Yeah. He gets bounced on every pitch, irrespective of what the pitch is offering him. Yeah. So that is the tricky part facing him. and looking at him bowling at the last two matches, I think he has got some swing in it. And the more he bowls, the more he'll develop. And the lengths that he is bowling at, the more he bowls on the Indian conditions, he has more to learn because he's expecting the bounce that he gets on the New Zealand or Australia pitches. So the bounce is, the length is very upright to the batsman, which basically comes onto the bat. But once he gets settles down and the experience that he will earn through IPL, I think he will keep the length a little bit short so that the bounce is not that much.
Well, okay. An interesting stat that I had discovered in the previous match as well, that Virat Kohli has scored 33 of 29 deliveries in both the matches that he's played this season. He got out when he got out in the 13th over of both the innings. Maxwell was at the other end. He scored 4 boundaries in both the matches. The strike rate wasn't impressive, obviously. Shruti, who's gonna take Kohli's wicket today? I'll come straight to the question. Straight to the this thing. Yeah.
I think Kohli should get out on 0. I don't know. I don't care who takes his wicket. I think the ideal score for Kohli should be 0 today. But yeah, like if he gets going, he will start hitting the ball.
Yeah.
So it's better if we just cut him off at the start only.
I mean, we've hardly seen Virat Kohli get out in those 30s and those 40s. Once he's set, he surely goes on to make those big scores. And Kaustubh, you'll agree with my point. I feel that Kohli needs to get out of those 30s and those 40s and get a big innings today.
I think predominantly the reason for Kohli being out in the 30s has to be the batting partner that he was batting with.
Okay.
If you see the first two matches, the first time the opener was different. It was not Devdutt Padikkal. So Washington Sundar he was opening with, and as good as Washington Sundar has been a batsman in Australia series, he is just not that great of a batsman in IPL because the level is different, the bowlers are different, and the situation demands different things.
Exactly.
And in the second match, the Shahbaz Ahmed came at one down, the third number. Yeah. So I feel that the pressure that Kohli gets through these batsmen has been taking a toll on him, and it's not his natural game to play aggressively in the initial phase of the game. So Rajat Patidar coming in at number 3, a genuine batsman who can tonk the ball, that will release the pressure from Virat Kohli. And today we will see definitely a 50+ score.
Well, you expect a 50+ score from Kohli, but Aki in the comment section expects a 50+ score from AB. So let's see how those predictions go. Unfortunately, we've got 2 minutes left in the program right now, but let me come back to the predictions for today. Shruti, starting with you, what do you think KKR should be chasing today?
I think looking at it as a day game, so probably around 160, 170, around that range we can expect RCB to bat.
And
or 50 will do as well. So.
And do you expect your boys to chase it down today?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. If we have a strong opening partnership like we've had in the last 2 matches, yeah, we definitely will be able to chase it down.
And Kaustubh, what about you? Surely more than 170. What are you expecting today?
Yeah, I agree with Shruti. The ideal score should be 170. Looking at the pitch conditions and since it's a day game, the dew factor won't be coming in the second innings. Exactly. So the more we score, the more we has the chance to win. So 170, 160 should be good.
Well, an interesting game on our hands today. The first day game of the season, the 10th game of this edition of the IPL, and both teams quite confident of their sides, pulling it through. Kolkata Knight Riders obviously have lost one match, but RCB are on an all-time high out here. But we expect nothing short of entertainment today. Thank you guys for being here. All the fans out there, all the banter. We absolutely love what's going on. And do keep the comments coming and join us for the post-match analysis as well. Again, a big thank you to Kaustubh and to Shruti as well. All the best, guys.
All the best, Shruti. You will need it. Bye, Vansh.
Bye-bye.
Bye.